Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. Got a couple of things. We sat there and went to Vegas this weekend. We went to two casinos. First thing I want to say, we were sitting there at Pizza Rock having lunch, not a care in the world. Sat there and went to use my Visa card. Of course, it's the business Visa card. And they came back and they said, sir, this one's been declined. And of course, my jaw, what are you going to do? And I've got lots of money. It's my business account. And the first thing I did is get my phone out. Okay, well, it's still there. But anyhow, someone sat there and tried to steal $3,500 from my card. They shut down my card completely. Thank you, U.S. Bank. And all I gotta say is, when you go to Vegas, or if you're on vacation, make sure you have cash. Don't sit there and swipe your card at the gas stations. Try your hardest not to, to do that. Restaurants, I think, are okay, but definitely at the gas pumps, make sure you go in. Yes, you have to, go in, pay, come back, pump, go back in, get your change. But there's nothing worse than sitting there looking at your bank account and missing $3,500. It's something you don't want to do. But U.S. Bank took care of it all. I want to sit there and talk about the Link, Golden Nugget, and Sunset Station. We sat there and we're at the Golden Nugget and Sunset Station yesterday and today. Golden Nugget, the table was a lot like my table. And I like the Golden Nugget because they had the bonus, and that's what I try to make mine like, is the one at the Golden Nugget. Well, I don't know what happened, but they redid their table. Their table has no bounce whatsoever. The Link has just a hair of a bounce. So if I had to guess, they have the old underlayment with nothing underneath it. And of course, not underlayment. They have the old, what you see here, with the new one on top. That's what I think the Link is doing. And the green dice are the lighter weight dice. 0.75. I'm pretty sure that's what they're using. The reason why is because when you roll the dice with the lighter ones, they come to a screeching halt. And if you want your landing zone to be here and you are pitching it from here, when you get to this part here, your dice will just stop. That shows to me that you have lighter dice and you have nothing underneath here, or something very thin underneath here. Golden Nugget, again, I don't think they have anything underneath here, but I'm not positive. Sunset Station, I know they don't have anything underneath it. When you sit there and throw a $5 chip or any chip on the table, and it makes that almost is the same sound, but it's more of a thud. You just know that there's nothing underneath there. So I know how to sit there and roll a bouncy table. Westgate has a bouncy table. New York has a bouncy table. So if you go to those two places, watch my video. I think it's like 3 videos down. How to win at Westgate. It's a bouncy table. It's real simple. You just hold the dice and just roll it, watch it. It's simple. It's easy. But when you get to these tables that aren't using anything underneath it, it becomes harder. So what I'm going to do this weekend, or this week, is I'm going to pull these guys off. And of course, all this stuff, I don't glue this, because I keep on having to change everything. These will come off. But I'm going to change what's underneath it. I'm going to change it to nothing underneath it. I have two vinyls underneath here. I'm going to pull those up and just go right to what you see here. And that's going to make it more like the Link, the Golden Nugget, and Sunset Station. Now, for those of you that want to practice, Sunset Station has one craps table. I think they open at 9. I'm not positive, but that one's open from, I guess, 9 to 1 o'clock, and then they have 2 on Sunday. $5 minimum. You can't find that anywhere. $5 minimum with a all tall small, and there's no minimum on that all tall small except for $1. And that's where you want to practice. If you want to practice a table with no bounce whatsoever, practice there. Golden Nugget, at times it was $10, at times it was $15. It depends on the crowd. And then the Link is always $15, and we use the table that is closest to Las Vegas Boulevard. So I discovered something really, really cool. If you are playing craps with your wife, friend, or if you just want to hold hands with the guy you're sitting next to, it's fine with me. This is what you do. If you want to sit there and alleviate losing money from the losing money from the pass line or the don't pass, is you and your partner side by side. One of you pays the pass, the other one plays the don't. Now, no matter what, except for the 12 coming out, this guy here loses, you guys are covering each other. The pit boss doesn't like it, but there's nothing they can do. You have your money, they have their money, and you just sit there and switch, and they have to sit there and, do that. And then you sit there and switch it back. And then when this guy wins, they do that. Then you have to sit there and switch it back. But that right there saves you a lot of money. And then again, if you're playing at the Golden Nugget, sometimes that's 10. Or if you're playing at the Link, that's 15. So that will save you $15, which means that you don't have to sit there and pull insurance on the C, in case if you sit there and roll a 2 or a 3 or a 12. So that was something new that we tried. Yeah, the pit bosses don't like it, but what can they do? And they also like to see that you are playing, that you're actually engaged in playing, even though you're not. You're just swapping chips from one place to another, but they can't say nothing about that. So if you play by yourself, that won't work. But if you play by, with your friend or with your wife or with your husband, you can do that. Or if you really want to get interesting on the guy who's sitting next to you, you can sit there and have a conversation and say, hey, you cover the don't, I'll cover the pass. And whenever the 12 comes up, we'll split it. Makes it easy. That way, you can play your bonuses whenever you want to. You don't have to sit there and go, oh, I might lose 15. You won't, because you're covered here. Or you're going to say, oh, I'll lose 15. But, either way, easy way to do it. So I'm going to rebuild the craps table. I showed you the trick on how to save yourself lots of money by knowing the guy really closely to your left or to your right, or taking your wife, girlfriend, whatever. And then the Visa card. Here's the thing. I saw something about the new electronics crap table. There was a small bit on it. I haven't really looked into it. People are like, does this thing exist? They're not really for sure. There is one video on it. It's by a craps guy. I can't remember his name. But this all is glass with a screen underneath it. And you're still using dice, and there's only one pit boss or stick man. But everyone has a little electronic board, and you sit there and punch what you want, and you can see the money shooting out to various things, because this is a huge TV screen. And I just want to know, has anyone ever seen that? And of course they roll, and they're rolling on glass. Back in the 80s, I played pinball. I was a pinball wizard. And I've actually seen pinballs the pinball actually hit the glass and shattered the glass. Is this going to be a special glass? I mean, these things can bounce, and they can put holes in your felt. Is this a possibility of shattering the glass if the dice gets hit just right? I don't know, but tell me what you think. And if there is a place in Vegas that is using that electronic craps table, let me know. It's not bubble craps. This is actually a real table. It's all electronic. And right before the shooter rolls, they turn down the lights. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but you're rolling on glass. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing that would be a difference is dice weight, and basically how you throw into the mixing pot or the alligator or whatever you want to call this guy right here. After that, rolling on glass is rolling on glass. No more will it be, well, I think they use 3 things of vinyl. I think they don't use any vinyl. That's completely out of the mixture. So I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me, tell me what you guys think. Then the last thing, we actually went to every Fremont Street casino. And most of them do not have bonuses. They don't have the fire bet. They don't have the all, the tall, or the small. And there's a lot of people there. Now, Golden Nugget has 4 tables going at once. All of them have the bonus. And it's crowded. They do 4 people on each side. Sunset Station, they have 3 on each side. Link only has 3 on each side. But why are these places packed if you don't have a bonus? If you don't have a bonus, the only thing you're trying for is just to repeat. I just don't see it, because you'd have to repeat 5 times for the money that you have here to be in your hand, unless you're pressing it up. Then you have even more money here. You're waiting for a long roll. I would rather wait for the long roll for the all tall small. That's all I'm saying. But it surprised me how many places on Fremont Street that were crowded had no room for an extra person, left or right, and they don't have any bonus whatsoever. So my wife won on the Golden Nugget, and I'm going to save that for another video. I won my bonus at the Sunset Station, and of course I didn't like playing the Sunset Station because nothing seemed to work. It is a hard surface. It's something different. I'm going to have to sit there and change my table to make it work. But I'll show you what worked for me. It's an odd throw. If you look at one of my other videos, you start off with the 2V, and it doesn't matter about the rest of these numbers. You pull it forward once like that, and then you throw it. Then the next time you're going to go to a 3, and you're going to do a 3V. And again, it doesn't matter about the numbers around here. You're going to pull it back one time, and then you're going to throw it. And the last one's going to be a 6. It's going to be the cross 6. Again, does not matter about the numbers around here. You're going to pull it down one and throw it. This was by another YouTuber. It seems to work for me at the Link. And so I tried it where we were at the station. It didn't work at all. So what I tried to do was once you get the 2, let's start with the 2V. Pull it down once. And now I'm going to hold it by the edges, which is incredibly hard to do if you've never tried with one hand, because you are not allowed to put both hands on the table. So now you see I'm holding on the edges, not the flat part of the dice, but I'm holding on the edges. And it's kind of like, I guess the easiest way to describe it is like feeding chickens. You just kind of want to out like this, and you want more of a roll. You want the dice spinning. But I call it feeding the chickens. It's this roll, if you're on a hard surface, it'll peter out at the come. So you've got to throw it with enough force so it won't peter out. That should have bounced a couple more times on a hard surface table. As you see, my table is not a hard surface table. And that one there was a 6. And then the next time your dice are rolled to you, you'll sit there and switch it to be a 3. And again, it doesn't matter the numbers around it. You're going to pull it back 1. And then rock your dice so that they're on point. And then there goes your grip. And you're feeding the chickens, or whatever you want to call it. But that's the easiest way for me to get it in motion. And I got the tall. I only got the tall. I did not have a 2. I did not have a 3. I did not have a 4. I did not have a 5. I did not have a 6. The only thing I rolled was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that surprised me big time. And so I was like, wow, I finally found something that works on this table. Well, I tried to repeat it, and it didn't repeat. So either I changed, or it was a fluke of nature. I don't know. That's why I'm going to change my table around, because you figure we know how to roll bouncy. Bouncy's easy. There's nothing hard about it. You just bounce the dice down the table. It's anyone can do it. Watch the video if you don't know how. But I think the biggest thing to concentrate on is hard surface. Because if they do go to the electronic craps table, glass is a hard surface. you better learn how to roll on a hard surface. And if you can get the hard surface down, I imagine it's going to be an easier transition if you want to try that glass one. But tell me what you guys think. If you guys have played on electronic craps table, let me know. Tell me, do you want to break the glass? Does it bounce a lot? I only found one video on it, but I only looked, for a little bit. Little things like that. Are the dice electronic? Does the table know what I rolled? Or does the dealer have to sit there and push, he hit a 3 and then it pays out to I don't know. A lot of questions. But the biggest thing that I can see why they would want to do this, because there's only one person. Instead of having a dealer here, a dealer there, and a stick man, and sometimes the pit boss, you have 4 people, now you're down to 1. It's kind of like a kiosk. Yeah, I can see why they want to do that. Because now you can have more tables and less people operating it. Sure, I can see why. But let me know if you've ever tried one. The one I saw in the video, I think was from Oklahoma. But let me know, share, like, subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.